Hello, and thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You. My name is Sylvia Black, and I'm your host. Today we're going to be talking about Unknowing and Understanding Your Credit, Part 3, which is we're coming from this book here, which I purchased, which I obtained, and which will be available at the workshop, the First Time Home Buying Workshop, the Landlord Tenant Workshop, and or the Investment Workshop. If you're interested in attending any one of the workshops, or for more information on knowing and understanding your credit, please visit my website at affordablehomesandapartments.com. You can also hit me up on Facebook at Dr. Sylvia Black. You can visit my YouTube address at sblack3001. And also you can email me, which is found on my website at affordablehomesandapartments.com. And I want to thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You. We're going to talk about, this is the third and final part of Knowing and Understanding Your Credit. And this book will also be available at the workshop. Please, for more information, again, visit my website at affordablehomesandapartments.com. And my name is Sylvia Black, licensed real estate broker, and I'm your host. Now, we picked up last time we were talking about how you can keep your sparkling credit sparkling. Okay, how can you improve your credit? Okay, some of us actually have credit already, and some of us are trying to establish credit. Either way, you would still like to improve your credit. And again, my name is Sylvia Black, and I'm your host, and thank you for joining me for Real Estate, Religion, and You, which airs every Wednesday right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20, Wednesdays 6:30 to 7 p.m., and Saturdays from 12:30 to 1 in the afternoon. And I want to thank you for joining me today. And my name is Sylvia Black, licensed real estate broker, affordable homes and apartments. And for more information on knowing and understanding your credit, please visit affordablehomesandapartments.com. Now we're going to pick up where we left off. This is the third and final part of knowing and understanding your credit. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Now, steps that you can take on your own to get started. Again, we're going to be offering financial management workshop, which is going to include budget, debt, and credit issues. Okay? And we're going to be offering these workshops in the fall of 2013, September preferably. A location will be announced. So if you want to sign up for the workshop, please sign up on my website at affordablehomesandapartments.com. Now, these are steps that you can take on your own in the meantime. First, pay your loans first. Pay all your loans first. Pay them before you spend money for things like going out for dinner, going to the movies. Missed payments, as you probably know, can hurt your credit rating. Number 2, pay off credit cards every month. Okay, if this is too difficult to do, cut up the card so that you won't use it. Cancel the card out completely, or put the card away until you can pay it off. Then only use the card if you have an emergency or know that you can pay the balance every month. Otherwise, write checks or pay cash for items that you buy. Okay, next one is remind yourself that credit cards are loans. Before you pull out your credit card, ask yourself, would I really take out a loan to buy this? Do I really need this right now? Next, charge less than the maximum amount available on your credit card. Even if you make the payments on time, creditors may think that you are in too much debt, and that may affect your ability to obtain additional credit. Only apply for credit that you actually really need. Every time you apply for credit, it appears on your credit report. Remember, the information that you supply the creditors is actually put on your credit report. Your job, your address, and your personal information that you supply. So if you're not sure that you're going to be eligible for that loan, I would say don't apply for it. Okay? Only apply for credit you need. If you apply often, creditors may be concerned that you are using too much credit, as I said earlier. Even if you do not open the charge account, your application may raise a flag that you may be having cash flow problems, and this could avoid you from getting credit. So please, ma'am, please, sir, avoid applying for credit cards just for the sake of applying for credit cards, just for fun, or just to have some more money, or just because you know that they're going to loan you that, get you that credit card. Don't just apply for it just because you know you're going to get it. Okay? Or because they offer you a free gift or a discount on a purchase or something to that nature, or points towards, your airplane trip or something like that. We have to start using common sense in these matters. Now, again, next one, if you feel that you can wisely use a credit card, by all means, choose one with a low interest rate with no or very low annual fees. And you can investigate this before you sign on the dotted line. Credit cards issued by department stores or other stores usually charge higher interest rates than bank credit cards. You can use the internet to shop for a card with low fees and low interest rates. Compare the fees and rates of all offers actually, that you receive in the mail. Do not pay any upfront fees to get a lower rate on your credit card. An upfront fee is different from an annual fee and is often a scam. Next, try to pay more than the minimum due each month. When you only pay the minimum, you end up paying a lot more money in interest charges and nothing towards the principal. For example, assume you use a credit card with an 18% interest rate to buy a sofa for $1,000. You only make the minimum payment of 2% each month, about $20. At that rate, it will take you about 90 months or 7.5 years to pay off the couch, and it will end up costing you about $1,800, which is twice the amount, close to twice the amount of money of the cost of the couch. And it will additionally include interest. Okay? Next, use a credit card to establish good credit. Although you can get into debt and you can get into trouble if you overuse or abuse your credit cards, you can also use credit cards wisely to show creditors that you can manage credit very well. Just be sure to pay the credit cards off each month or keep the balances very, very low. Next, look for ways to cut your expenses or increase your income. This will give you more money to pay bills and keep your credit score up. For some ideas, contact Affordable Homes and Apartments at AffordableHomesandApartments.com. Attend our financial management workshop, which will include budget, debt, and credit issues. For more information on knowing and understanding your credit, please visit my website at AffordableHomesandApartments.com. Now, look for ways to cut your expense and increase your income. This will give you more money to pay your bills. Okay, keep track of all the bills and past due notices. Don't think that the debt has disappeared just because you have stopped receiving notices. For example, doctor's bills, hospital bills sometimes stop sending bills for patients after several months, but what they do is they turn it over to a collection agency, and it'll show up on your credit report as delinquent, which would make your score drop like a hot potato. Unpaid student loans, for example, will also appear on your credit report and also may prevent you from getting a loan. Check your credit report regularly to see if you have any of these debts. Then take steps to start paying them before you apply for a new loan. Okay, if you want to view any of these videos over again, you can just visit my YouTube address at sblack3001, and you can review the videos at your leisure. Okay, that's sblack3001 on my YouTube address. If you are having problems paying your debts, call your creditors to discuss the option. Some creditors are flexible, some creditors are not. As soon as you realize that you are having problems in paying your bills, the faster you call them, the better off you'll be. Same thing with a mortgage when I talk about help for homeowners facing the loss of your home. Also available on AffordableHomesandApartments.com. This immediately, as soon as you realize that you cannot pay your bills, don't think that it's just going to go away. it may get better, but it may not get better. And you know for a fact that at that moment that it is not getting better. So the best thing to do is to call your creditor immediately and let him know what the problem is and work out a feasible solution for you both. If you can't work out a solution that can benefit you as well as him, hang up. Call them before you miss a payment if you feel that you're going to miss a payment. Okay, I know this and I understand that this could be very, very difficult to do because you and I both, we know that when we say, oh, I know I might miss a payment, okay, I have to pay my car insurance this month, or I have to pay my car note this month, so I'm going to pay my car note this month, but when I get my next check, I'll go ahead and pay, this particular debt off of this credit card. But your next check, you'll get another bill that'll be due. And then the next check, you'll have another bill that'll be due. And you'll be extremely late. And one missed payment can bring your score down to an unbelievable low that will not allow you to get any more credit. That happened to me one time. My credit score, I was rebuilding my credit. I had my score up to either 603 or 613. And I was so proud of myself. And I had applied for his Capital One credit card. Oh my God, what did I do that for? $25. I was establishing my credit, and I'll talk to you about how to establish credit. I'll talk to you about alternative credit also. But I had to establish a credit, and I had applied for it, and I didn't use it. And I'm wondering how in the world my score dropped from a 603 to a 515 in less than 30 days. And I'm like, what? I couldn't believe it. I was tremendously disgusted. A Capital One card I applied for. And then when they did send it to the collection agency, they told me I ended up owing them over almost a couple of $1,000s. I'm like, wait a minute, the credit card, no, I think it was $200. I said, you gotta be kidding me. $200 credit card, you want me to pay you $2,000? And so you gotta be kidding me. But we'll also talk about, collection agencies and how to work out a payment plan with them, hardship agreements and what have you. Okay? Remember, if you bought a car, you're having trouble making your payments, for example, it would be better to try to sell the car than to try to struggle with the payments. Okay? Now, you can call the creditor, with a car payment, it might be different. Because you might call them up and say, hey, look, I can't pay my car payment. And they know you can't pay your car payment, and then when you don't pay your car payment, they just come and take the car, so you have no car at all. At least you have a chance of having a car to drive, You give them the address where the car is. Okay, if you owe money to many businesses, it may be time to get some help from an expert, like AffordableHomesAndApartments.com. Okay? And we can refer you to agencies who can offer you free or low-cost help, okay, at no cost to you whatsoever. AffordableHomesAndApartments.com. Okay, these are organizations that can work with you and your creditors to set up a repayment plan. They will provide this service at little or no cost. Your lender and or creditor may be able to refer you to one of these organizations and other places such as this. Okay, stay away from credit repair companies, please. Oh my God. Yes, please stay away from credit repair companies. Stay away from companies who say, you pay me a certain amount of money a month, and I'll pay your bill for you. I'll pay your debts. Because you got to realize, all companies are in business to make money. Okay? They're making money off of you. You're in debt. You can't pay your bills. The ones that you can't pay your car note. You can't pay your student loan. You can't pay your department store card. And you're going to pay a lawyer, or you're going to pay a credit card company or settlement agency to pay your bills for you? You can just pay your bills yourself. Get a copy of your credit report, which you're entitled to, and call the creditor directly and work out a payment arrangement with them. Okay, you don't need nobody to pay your bills for you. You pay your bills directly to the creditor, then you know it gets paid. I've seen so many people, they contact these settlement companies or whatever you call them, and then they end up paying the bill. Give the money to them, and they don't pay anything off of they can negotiate your debt, so can you. You can negotiate your own debt. You can reduce the amount. If you owe $1,000, a lot of times, even if a collection agency calls you, you can end up paying them $200. They might call you and say, hey, I'm calling about your debt for $1,000. Now you know you owe $1,000, and they'll say, and you say, how about 200? I got $200 right now. I give you if we can settle this out. And they'll say no. They'll try to hardball you. Wait till close to the time to the end of the month they have to meet their quota. Call them back and let them call you back and close to the end of the month. They might be calling you around the 2nd or the 3rd of the month or the 12th of the month. Oh no, they're not going to work out a deal with you that early in the month. But around the 20th or the 25th of the month, wait till they call you around the end, towards the end of the month, and they'll say you owe $1,000. And you say, well, I got $200 I can pay you right now. And settle this thing out in full. Send me a letter to that effect and I'll send you the money. And I guarantee, almost can guarantee you that they'll accept that payment. I can almost guarantee you that they'll accept it. Okay, and your debt will be paid, perhaps for what the same amount of money that you originally owed. You know. Okay, now like I said, stay away from credit repair companies. Legitimate nonprofit community-based counseling organizations provide a much-needed service to people who are having credit problems. Don't confuse these organizations with the so-called credit repair companies that offer to fix your credit history for a fee, or offer to pay your bill for you. You pay them your money and they pay your debt. You can just pay your debt directly to the creditor. You know who you owe money to. You know who you know who you borrowed money from. Okay. Now we're also going to be talking about foreclosures and bankruptcy at the financial management workshop, which will include budget, debt, and credit issues. Today we're talking about part 3 of knowing and understanding your credit. My name is Sylvia Black, and I am licensed real estate broker of Affordable Homes and Apartments. And you can visit my website at affordablehomesandapartments.com for more information on the website if you're interested in being a first-time home buyer, if you want to be an investor, or if you are an investor. If you're a tenant living in an apartment building and you're tired of living in that apartment building, or for some reason the apartment is a danger to your life, health, or safety, please, my brother, please, my sister, visit my website at affordablehomesandapartments.com for more information on our financial management